Miss March 7th. Have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Ting-Yoon are you again?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Ting-Yoon to come together to form the Ting-Yoon Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
Hey! You better not be referring to...
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically the Xianzhou Luofu.
The Luofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Luofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the eye of the storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Ting-Yoons here.
That sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea. If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it. She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Ting-Yoons don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Ting-Yoon is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Ting-Yoons we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay... You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Ting-Yoons are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one! But it may take me a while to identify her.
It's...
Oh, were you all looking for me? Oh, were you all looking for me?
Found her! If I remember correctly, this Miss Tingyun's trait,
It's nothing special, really.
she ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try. My lady, if I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Tingyun hostage.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. One week has a higher mastery of the harmony than...
That is true.
If you still have concerns.
There's no need for that.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, 1 week.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look, it's working.
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
Miss Tingyun, you're finally back! You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Don't be afraid.
What is this place?
No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
Who are you? And is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
minute. I can't see it. Do you get like some alternate version of it or something? Okay.
Peace. Peace is above all things. Peace. Peace is above all things. Peace. Peace is above all things. Peace. Peace is above all things.
That looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me? Tingyun. What a familiar name. Do I know her?
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. Who's talking to me?
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to...
There's no need for that. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own skull.
Wait! Is this called... coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Destined for oblivion.
Receive divinity. Repay.
Blade of moonlight. Try harder. In lunar flame.
Bloom. The dead return!
Lance forward! Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The dead return!
Again.
Receive divinity. Repay.
Destined for oblivion. Again.
Bloom.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Lance forward! Blade of moonlight. In the lunar flame. Destined for oblivion.
The dead return!
Try harder. Again.
Receive divinity. Repay.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Again. On the still waters of oblivion. Lance forward!
The dead return!
Try harder. In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight. Destined for oblivion.
Bloom. Repay.
Still waters of oblivion. Again.
Nothing major.
Lance forward! In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The dead return! Receive divinity. Repay.
Still waters of oblivion. Lance forward! Again.
Nothing major.
Destined for oblivion.
The dead return!
Blade of moonlight. In lunar flame.
Bloom. Repay.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Lance forward! Still waters of oblivion. Destined for oblivion.
The dead return!
On the still waters of oblivion. Try harder.
Nothing major.
Blade of moonlight.
How can it be? Why are there still so many? The ones from before weren't defeated either?
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars, or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh. No wonder. where those two ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand. You appear to be trying to save me, Benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with. You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path. And only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first... Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment, and it just so happens I was able to fulfill his request.
What about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about... There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction. With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Who?
Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, you seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
Are you all right?
Did I pass out?
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's alright. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Soul glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Tingyun is resolved, are we meeting your other two companions next?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells first. I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
Uh-huh. But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should you run into any difficulties.
Okay. We better hurry then. This is ridiculous! How come I keep bumping into colleagues? Shall we keep going then?
unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
I already picked up a few gifts earlier, so that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time, so we'd better not drag our feet.
Danger. Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Why, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead. Browse all you like.
First we have Lady Fu Xuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her? Lady Fu Xuan has such refined taste. The Xianzhou really has changed a lot from the time I've been asleep. Let's go with your suggestion. Next is General Jing Yuan.
That's not your decision to make.
That's the kind of treasure I've always yearned for. But the General's position won't allow him to accept such a gift. Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement. That's a good idea. It might be commonplace, but it's still the specialty of Penacony. It would make for an ideal gift to bring home. That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere, but Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself? That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private? Perhaps somewhere more secluded. I'd like to discuss a personal matter.
Danger.
This is a good spot.
Miss Ting-Yun, what's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough. But there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could we forget? She was so shocked. She was frozen in place when she shouted.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about, too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Ting-Yun, if you recall? That's just the nature of the Foxians. It's widely known that mystery is the key to our allure. So, what did she seem like to you? I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued. Was there anything particularly memorable?
That's true. I'd love to learn how you do it.
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Oh, Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly. Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Sanjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Phantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well. But after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you. That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. and it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you. Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Ting-Yoon, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm her.
We'll see. I just hope the Ting-Yoon in your memories won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore. Alright, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's continue on our way.
Danger.
A dream about eons?
Danger.
Welcome to the Dreamscape Sales Store. Dr. Edward at your service.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
Just a friendly reminder, being too picky won't help you find the best dream. Just to dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfect for you. The story unfolds in the Shenzhou Alliance, where a young sword master strives to become the sword champion. However, his junior foxy and sword just turned 100.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. Feel free to pick a few for me.
I love customers like you. So easy to work with.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors. After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Wow. That's really nice of you.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared. Thank you for your gifts.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to head back?
I can't believe it's time for Miss Ting-Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
Michael?
Hello.
Danger.
What's up, my nigga?
Where's he going? The fuck is... Why you sound different?
I'm on my phone, it's like...
What's wrong with your PC?
My boot drive died, dude. That's what happened.
Oh my god.
I didn't know that PC storages die after a certain time. So my hard drive died.
Red? Oh yeah, guess what?
Oh. What?
So the video game rewards for today, and they announced Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on PC. It's coming out next month.
Yeah, I read it.
Yep.
Warframe update coming out today. Later today.
Oh, nice.
The 1999 one.
Yeah, the 1999.
Yeah. Still waiting for it to get a replacement, a new SSD to be the boot drive.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna pick my PC up. This is on the 16th that comes over to them.
Oh, the 16th? Oh, yeah.
I can wait up PS5, it's fine. When you play Warframe on there, I hate it.
I don't know how you can play that thing on PS5. I can stand it on PS5.
It
looks
like
good.
It's like I'm playing 40 FPS. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on.
I can't even play it. I can play it on PS5, I just don't switch.
It's like, I just can't stand the controls. It's just trying to hack when someone has really laggy connection.
Oh my gosh.
It's so painful on
Good
a hack.
luck. Yeah, the hacking's really weird on the controller.
Definitely gonna be all over that Warframe update. It's gonna be lit.
And then Final Fantasy 14 got robbed on the Game Awards.
Got robbed.
So they got nominated for Best Ongoing Game of the Year, and guess who was nominated?
Astrobot?
No, freaking Helldivers 2.
Oh my god.
How did we lose to Helldivers 2? It was either Fortnite, Final Fantasy 14, or Helldivers 2. And Helldivers 2 was the one that got picked. How? We got freaking robbed.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, we got freaking robbed.
I don't know why the Warfare never winning anything. That's been going on for years.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Warframe has Warframe won anything? in the past?
Oh my god.
Like, has Warframe ever won any kind of award at all?
Nope.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Not even Destiny 2 has won anything. No way, the game died already.
I think I was in the clan chat and I think they Astrobot won.
Yeah, Astrobot won, it wasn't best ongoing game. It was something else. But yeah, they did win.
Like, why this game? It's a Super Mario ripoff.
It's a fucking robot simulator, basically.
And it's PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Who asked for this? Who nominated this?
Oh no.
It's gonna be a bot. Voting for these games. I don't really see anything about this being good.
I didn't watch the stream. I didn't know about it, but again, it's kind of like I was talking about it. And Fallout won the best adaptation show.
Oh, that's why.
This is cool.
Oh, it has an adaptation show. Okay, maybe that's why.
Yeah. I saw the Elder Ring. I don't know what the DLC.
It's a completely new game. It's a co-op co-op focused game.
I can dig with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be focused on the same world as the main game. So yeah, it's gonna be a co-op focus. I thought it was gonna be a new DLC. It's like, what the fuck? Did we just finish one like a few months ago?
I wish listed. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that out. And then Witcher 4 got announced.
Oh, cool! Finally,
yeah. How long have we been waiting for that? And then we got gameplay for Borderlands 4, I think.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's better than their game.
I hope so. I didn't finish. I didn't get that far in the third game.
I'm playing on my Switch, and I saw Soul Reaver 2 got remastered. I didn't know that.
You're joking.
Yeah, you heard again the Legacy of Kain and Soul Reaver.
Yes.
And it's got a remaster. It's one the first and second game.
Why the fuck did they? Okay, I didn't know that.
It's on the Switch, it's on console, and it's on PC.
Why is it on Switch?
60 FPS on the Switch, actually, so it's pretty cool.
Oh my god, okay, never mind. I take it back then.
I was like, yeah, I want to play this game
Who wants
so
to play?
bad.
Who wants to play that shit in 20 FPS? When you said 60 FPS, I was like, okay, I'll take it back. Never mind. Never mind.
And they came with the classic graphics or the new graphics too, which is cool. It's the same people who did the Tomb Raider remastered.
Oh, they did. That's the same thing. Okay, that's it.
I was thinking of buying it on the Switch. Lay down, play it.
Until your PC gets fixed.
It's only $30 for 2 games.
Why are you not playing Warframe on the Switch?
Oh my god.
It's fucking cancer. Playing Warframe on the Switch is like cancer. So, oh my god, I hate that thing. I don't know how I did that for so long.
You have to pay me 500 plat just to play on the Switch.
Now you buy a plan. You might as well give me like the most expensive platinum you can give me on the shop. Give me like a 10,000 platinum and I'll play it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not playing for free.
These trifles are of no use to me.
I fell asleep, woke up, I don't know if I should get a PS5, play something, I'm bored.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get my PS5.
Not delayed on the way.
Well, I can continue
Mr.
playing
Yang will
80s
explain
on
in
the Switch
detail
if
when
I
he
play a
gets
game.
back. Has the messenger
I'm
from the
tempted to get on my
arrived yet?
PS5.
Like this has been collecting dust, hasn't it?
No, I was on like last week.
Oh yeah, you're playing...
I was playing Starblade, remember?
That Coomer game, that's what I'm calling it.
Wait,
Long time no see,
What?
everyone.
Coomer.
Coomer.
They call it a Coomer game? I don't know what Coomer means.
I was playing Starblade like last week and the week before.
I've imagined this
I saw
moment
Mina
many
2
times.
be alpha the god
I was
dying,
worried
dude.
I might
She looks
embarrass
kind of
myself
alpha,
in
just
front of
I'm
you.
just saying that.
I even
Just pointing it
rehearsed
out.
every word beforehand.
Wait, where's the FPS on there?
60. I think.
I can get shit.
But now it seems
Doesn't look that
it was
bad on console.
unnecessary.
Look, let me.
King Yoon, I'm here to take you home.
Still in played.
Oh, you sound so much better now. Holy shit. It's a Souls type.
Game runs at launch at 60 FPS. Performance mode, balance mode drops to 60 FPS. Below 60.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you.
I wanted to come because
Yeah.
your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. Also, it's not all bad.
You're still the same. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain,
It did 20
there
hours.
must be ways to
Goddamn.
alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
What's 20 hours?
I
Still
have no doubt.
still
Thanks? No, it's not.
Since
That's
we're
what
alone
Scooter
here,
said.
Bruh, it's way more than 20
Ask you
hours.
one
No,
more
it's not.
thing.
Ooh, do you see Google? Bruh.
do I really have to go back?
I mean,
to the law
if you're not doing side quests, maybe.
Why?
I'm doing side
don't
quests. I'm doing
want to?
everything on the game. So,
Is it
Despite
open world or something? I don't know
Fantalia's
anything
yes,
about it.
it's open. There's open
She
world.
scared
Yes.
me.
There's
I
some
think
areas
she
that are
would've
open
been
world and
mean.
some areas are not.
And why did Miss Ron May,
You
who
know-
has
Combat
no
fun,
ties to
though?
the Xianzhou,
Oh, the combat's really
go
good,
out of
yeah.
her way to save me?
The parry system, the block system,
It
and
seems as if
gotta
I've
time your
become a
movements
pawn
for the boss
in someone
attacks and
else's
shit.
game.
Yeah, it's really good.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
Game's
That's
still
the
up.
case. It's all the more
$50,
reason for me
$70.
not
What?
to return to the
Or is it
lawful and
discounted?
complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Take advantage of the situation. What do you mean?
I'm still gonna finish that game.
Right
I'm on
now, the
thing
marks
called
of ruin
Infinite.
inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself. If possible, please.
When Ron May visited the loft, the Arbiter Generals can. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before, I'll support you, no matter.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing.
The road ahead is perilous.
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me.
Is that?
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories. And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn.
Yeah,
Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse.
oh no. I mean, my PS5 still has no games.
Madame Yukong, do you remember?
Is nothing downloaded?
Perhaps that was
Oh,
just an
yeah,
ordinary
like
flight for
God
you,
War,
but
Warframe,
for a certain
Final
child,
Fantasy.
that was her
Clank, I
first
feel like maybe
experience
playing it again.
with the sky.
The really massive one. But not that great.
Of
I
course,
know you
I
have
remember.
I
Back
didn't
then,
know, but
you were still young
you
enough for
played the
me to
Ratchet
carry.
Clank PSP one.
You probably
No,
still
because I
can.
never owned
Matters.
it. Never owned a
Wanted to try?
PSP.
They ported a PSP
I'm afraid you'd be
game
too
onto
heavy for me
PS5.
now.
The fuck?
Just kidding.
It's called Ratchet and Clank
I
Size
remember
Matter.
you
It
kept
was a
begging me to
PSP
take
game, and
you
they
to the
ported it to
Star Skiff,
PS5
and
this
even
year. I didn't even
dreamed
know
of
that.
becoming a
Oh,
pilot.
wow.
But once you were airborne,
And it was like
you
PSP
were so
emulator and
nervous
stuff,
that you
and
clung
it's
to
oh,
others
that's
for
fucking
dear
cool.
life.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized,
I can't sleep.
not just by the view, but by a
My
realization.
sleep's fucked up.
In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the Star Skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
I'm about to turn on.
My principles.
Do you hear it?
Nope.
Forsake what others fight for, and take what others
I didn't
abandon.
hear it.
That's the way to navigate the
You don't
world
have to
and
get on
achieve my
PS5, yeah,
goals.
because Discord's on PS5.
Oh yeah, your
remember?
Discord. Yeah, your
I
Discord's
will
connected. I can
continue
hear
to uphold my
your voice will be a
principles.
lot better. The microphone and shit.
But
Well, I'm gonna
now
use my
I've
new
also
headphones.
learned
I
that
wanted the mic
while
sounds
these
like.
merchant principles may
It
apply
sounds
to
better.
humans,
I've heard. Well, you had a different microphone this time.
they falter in the face of the
I got new
gods.
headphones. Like,
Oh, okay.
good enough.
But this shouldn't fall
See
on your
what the
shoulders
mic's
to
like.
begin with.
Right back.
You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. But Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox. Not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables. So it shouldn't matter if we add another.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
Noise. Noise.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I just sound like.
Good. Better.
Alright, the mic is good. Now I'm good.
Don't sound like a
See, I got
potato.
PS5. It says Final Fantasy got an update.
Oh, that's right, because of enhancement.
What's the update about?
I don't even know. I haven't been on Rebirth since I finished it.
7 gigabytes. Oh my god, why is my downloads on PS5 so slow lately? Oh, what the fuck? What? Oh. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on my phone and it put me in the call.
It's weird.
Oh no, never mind. It doesn't matter.
Noise.
I can't find the information. Well, launch is under a year. Wow, okay. Yeah, this is arresting. Of a piece for audio lighting. Textures.
Noise.
However, deal with quiet. Jesus, I can't find any information. No, well.
Didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
My name is Wanweek. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge? Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars? No, no. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat. It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live. Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins? Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy. Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what Penacony's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin. Did the person you wanted to say them to leave? Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say. If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage? There are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Robin. Are you saying that's not true? Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have. Why is that?
Oh, you fucking ass.
I hope so. A dream jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best. I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Noise.
What the fuck?
Noise. 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 Hmm?
It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
What the fuck?
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape. The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers? We should keep looking. It's done. Have a look.
Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. Why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want, but I can't? I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret.
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have one last stop. But before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a Nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the sky still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while you believe this is the natural course of action?
That's not what I think at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious to me. This is my way of the Trailblaze and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past, the same way you're doing right here, right now. There was never a third person with us, was there?
I told you he'd find out.
I should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes. Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow in this farewell performance.
I know you can hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry, I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here, and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born. Humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die.
Which way it goes.
In order to flap my own wings and soar again. I will say goodbye. Here. To the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance.
Why did face even do that?
The
Just
halo
gave the
above your
cutscene.
head
Oh,
that
recording stopped.
symbolizes the harmony. It's been missing since the moment we reunited.
Like, bruh.
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away. While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all.
Oh my god, an
I
hour?
must remove any chance of being detected by the family.
PlayStation. Fuck.
Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and, for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
God damn it.
Is that also how Mr. 1 Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting-Yun also divided my fragile self into two.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint. Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity, failing to become a better version of yourself. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated. Now, shall we begin? Anticipating this possibility. You've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey, where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, And this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you.
What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler?
Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister. Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, and with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter. It's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future. I don't have much to say. But, as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time. Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke. No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself.
What time does it go live?
There will always be people who are sad.
What time does the workman to go live?
I think I predict probably 2 p.m. Our time.
Okay.
Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
One must first step back onto the stage.
Great, I gotta fight you again. Grace.
As expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These dissonant sounds are much too harsh.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion. Again?
echoes of the past, you need not fade away. Follow me to the stars.
I'll see you off.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
It's just a scrape. Hasten. We've hardly any time left to say farewell.
Still water. I'm on guard.
You know nothing of the weight behind it. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
That's half the work.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Leave it to me.
Lance at the ready.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
Not as fresh.
What is it we're waiting for? You know nothing of the weight behind this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I'm on guard.
Major.
Don't lose momentum. I weep for the departed.
It too shall fall. Free will, or was it fate?
Let's begin.
Another journey begins.
Destined for oblivion.
Lance at the ready.
Oh yeah, how is
Don't lose momentum.
Path Exile 2.
Oh, I'm pretty good. I didn't get that far in the first game. I didn't get that far at all. But the second one, it's pretty good for an early access game.
Better make a choice.
What are you talking about?
Me, Steve, and Monster were playing it.
Let's settle this.
Are you gonna get it eventually? You just free to play?
I don't know.
Of course you don't.
I weep for the departed.
It too shall fall.
Let's begin. Stand down. I'll see you off.
Timely treatment.
Repay.
You know nothing of the weight behind. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
Phase 2.
Time has come. Let it be revealed.
Is it inevitable for me?
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Eternal sleep is not the dead
Return!
Leave it to me.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
I'm on guard.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Let's begin.
What the?
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. You chose the wrong enemy.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
Receive divinity. Timely treat. Repay. Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return! Noisy.
83%.
I'll see you off.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Lance at the ready.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Leave it to me.
I don't know why, but I'll play King Rebirth again.
That's half the work. Still water. Not a scratch. I'm on guard.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Let's begin. You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I weep for the heart. It too shall fall.
1%. 1%. Yeah, put his HP at 1%.
Don't lose momentum.
I'm finding this spot and it's at 1%. You got me fucked up.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward! Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of a flip.
You chose the wrong enemy.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Lance at the ready.
My chair, places.
I hear that chair going off. I have the same problem with my chair too. It makes squeaky noise every time I move, and it just makes noise. I can't control it.
Man, that's just super.
Okay, I don't need to know that. But freaking weirdo.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
You know nothing of the weight behind. Survive or be destroyed. There is no
Survive
other
or be
choice.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Eternal sleep is not that dead.
Noisy.
Time for some hardship.
I'm on guard.
Leave it to me.
Another journey begins. Still waters of a flip. Lance ablaze! Lance forward! Lance at the ready.
Let's begin.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
For oblivion. Again?
Leave it to me.
I weep for the departed. It did not fall. Don't worry. It's just
eternal sleep is not the end.
The dead return!
Noisy. Wait for good tidings.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of a blip.
You're dead.
Day, I grant myself departure.
Well, how should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. 1 Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival, and you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved. Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One. In the worst-case scenario, if Xipe turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up? Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Well, thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. we're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master. This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true nameless, I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need, more than asceticism, is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
So this is why I brought him here. Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
Suck and clank.
Well...
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. Until then,
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for our next warp jump. Try?
No? We're still...
Alright, cutscene. Alright, cutscene. What's this?
Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice.
What the fuck?
So, you must also understand,
You say me the
for a
shit?
genius,
Oh, this cutscene I'm watching
the
the whole
importance
time.
of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves. So-called magic has its own set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So, all-seeing presence, I ask you this. What is divinity?
The fuck? A new threat awaits. Unfortunately, I won't. I can't let you know.
Yes, and Tim's.
I'm gonna show you sometimes.